Hello friends, today we are going to be working on word classes under English structure. Now English structure is one of the major parts of English grammar. English as a language is divided into three major parts, which are the English grammar, the English sounds, and the orthography, also known as spellings. Now English grammar is broken into two major parts, which are the English syntax known as structure and the English semantics known as meaning. Now each time we make a sentence, we bring words together, we end up erecting a structure of words. So that very bringing together of words is what we call English structure known as syntax. And after that, we look at the meaning of the words or the structure were formed. And that is under what we call the English semantics. So today we're going to be looking at English structure. Now all the words we use in our daily conversation are divided into two categories, which are what we call the open system items and the closed system items. Now all the words we use in our daily or in our day-to-day conversation are divided into either of these parts of speech that we have right here. Now this set of parts of speech are classified under what we call the open system items, and this part of speech are classified under what we call the closed system items. Now part of speech like noun, part of speech like verb, adverb, and adjective or adjective are classified under the open system items. And part of speech like pronoun, conjunction, article, preposition, and exclamation are classified under what we call the closed system item. Now there are some some special kind of verbs like auxiliary verbs and so on that are also classified under the closed system items, but we're going to be talking about that later. Now when we talk about open system items, what are open system items? Now open system items is a kind of system items that are composed or made up of word classes that are made up of limitless word examples. That is, under the open system items, we are talking about parts of speech that have millions and billions, countless numbers of word examples. Now, these parts of speech don't just have many words as examples. These words are context in nature. Now, this system items show flexibility and how words are continually being formed and used in English language. So when we talk about open system items, we are talking about various parts of speech being brought together under the system items. And this part of speech are not just part of speech with countless numbers of examples. They are part of speech that are open to new words being formed. And that's how we call them open system items. They are very flexible. New words can be formed. For example, under nouns, if you look at a noun, how many nouns do we have in the whole word? We have countless numbers of nouns in the whole word. And even new nouns are formed on a daily basis. If you look at verb also, verb, the same examples. New verbs have been formed, adverbs, adjectives, and so on and so forth. And they are not just open to new words, regardless of the numerous numbers of words that I have already. They are also the context words in a sentence. Now, if I make a sentence, the major words in that very sentence, the major word, the head words in that very sentence are all under the part of speech, under the open system items. Now, when we look at the closed system items, here, word classes which are made up of few word examples that are not context in nature are discussed. These word classes are fixed in nature and are not open to coining or formation of new words. Now, when you look at closed system items, we have parts of speech such as pronoun, conjunction, article, preposition, and exclamation. Now, all those parts of speech are made up of limited numbers of words. That is, they're made up of words that can be numbered. Now we can count the amount of exclamations that we have. We can count the amount of articles and determinants that we have. We can count the amount of conjunctions that we have. We can count the amount of pronouns, but we can't really do that for the open system items. So when we talk about closed system items, we are talking about a limited number of words, and they are not even open to the formation of new words. And also, when you look at the word examples that they have, the words that we have under the closed system items, these words are not context words in nature. So when you have a sentence, for example, is singing. Is a pronoun. It's not really the major word. The major word there is singing. Is there is not also the major word, although it's a verb, an auxiliary verb. But the major word that people focus on is the singing part of it. So that's why we call them the closed system items. So in the next In the next set of expositions that will follow the exposition, we're going to be working on each of this part of speech under these various system items. So at this very point in time, we'll be drawing the curtain on today's exposition. So I would love you to know them, learn this part of speech, have them at the back of your mind so that by the time we start working on them, they won't be strange to us. So we're going to be drawing the curtain on today's exposition. So if you found this resourceful, subscribe to this very channel and share this exposition with others. See you in the next exposition. Thanks.